Hey friends, welcome to a very exciting video. As you know, we're about to have a baby, our fourth baby. All right, I'm 9 months pregnant with baby number 4, and a lot of you have seen the birth of our third baby. That was about 2 years ago and got 1.5 million views at this point. It was really popular and it's controversial, and we're unique. We do things differently, but we choose to have an unassisted birth. So that means no midwife, no doctor. We're not going to the hospital. We're doing it right here at home. Of course.
With ourselves.
Yeah. And we're planning on everything going right and for it to be a perfect experience. But we also are willing to get help in the event of an emergency.
Yeah.
And so.
And just for the record, we literally live like
10 minutes.
10
from
minutes.
The hospital.
Yeah, 10 minutes away from the hospital. We're close to the freeway and stuff.
And we can have EMTs here within 5 minutes. We're so blessed and lucky, and this is just what we choose to do. And so not everyone agrees with this, but that's okay.
It's not that we think that the hospital is bad. Okay, we don't really think that the hospital is like super bad. Like obviously, the hospital is like heaven sent. Like a lot of they help a lot of people. They take care of a lot of people, and like.
And the way I think of it is it's there when we need it, but for birth, I don't need it. And I'm actually safer and more comfortable at home. And so that's what we're moving forward with. And we can't wait to share the experience with you. So be sure to subscribe so you can see that video in just a few weeks. She's going to be born. So our goal today is really just to show you how we're preparing, and not to convince you that this is the right thing to do or to give you advice for your own birth. But we thought it would be fun, since we're all prepared now, we have all our supplies, to show you what we have prepared and how it's gonna go. So
the first thing, we are gonna have a water birth.
Yes, and that is my hope. So we have a birth pool, and we actually set it up recently and made sure it worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all inflated. What do you guys think?
I like it!
Can you believe it? Your sister's gonna be born in this?
And then David will have fun here too.
Yeah.
We have to put it little.
So it's the perfect size for the living room.
Yeah.
This will be great. It's the only place in the house it'll fit, so. Well, the kids are having a blast and it's really cute. I made them promise not to jump around and pop it, but they're gonna play in it for a little bit, make sure there's no holes. And for me, I suddenly just got very nervous and emotional, and it's hitting me that this is real and that's where my baby's gonna be born. It really takes you back to past births and the intensity that's coming up, and I just need to get in the right mindset for it. And I know I'll be fine. But there's no way out of it. I have to have this baby. She has to come out, so that just made it really real. Alright, so most of the supplies is honestly just to keep things clean and to make things easier for John to kind of take care of everything. But I don't need much to give birth. I don't need medical tools, I don't need anything. It's just natural and it just happens. So I don't need a lot for labor. So before birth, I'm a big believer in herbs and natural medicines, and so something I'm trying this time is just an herb to get ready for birth. I do my own prenatal care as well. I've stopped seeing any medical people during this pregnancy after my sickness was gone, and we've gotten an ultrasound and confirmed that she's healthy and great. So I do my own blood pressure. I measure my belly just a couple times to see if I'm on track for my dates. And then a lot of my preparation is just preparing mentally for the experience, because it's very intense. And so I use a lot of essential oils, and every single night I breathe these in. And I also have affirmation cards that I read. I believe that my mind has so much power over my body, and so I'm trying to keep a really positive attitude about the birth, and that's how I prepare. I will also say that I've taken classes in midwifery, emergency childbirth classes in the past, and I have a lot of education about birth. It doesn't necessarily make me qualified to help someone else have their baby, but I feel totally confident that I can spot an emergency and see if things are going wrong and get help when needed.
Something different that Lora actually did this time is that we have this 3-drawer thing that Lora has where it has all the pads, the supplies, the pads, the herbs and other things that the baby blankets and whatnot that we need. And so that will help me when when I need it and stuff. Like we're gonna do the birth in the living room and stuff, so I can just like drag this or carry this all the way there.
Yeah.
Calm.
Yes, with good energy.
Freaking out.
But John is in charge of so many things for the birth because I just focus on having the baby. But also there's no stress. It's just if you set it up, you set it up. If not, there's a little mess.
That's okay.
So we have things to protect the bedding, the couch, so we can lay things out on the bed. John knows how to set all that up, right? You remember?
Yeah.
I might need to give you a refresh. Lay down the waterproof thing, and then an old sheet. We have plenty of towels. Okay, and so I tried to organize things like the top is like setting up for birth. The second one is after the birth. And then the third one is like stuff for baby afterwards. So we handle everything ourselves, weighing the baby, measuring the baby.
Yeah. We have the scales.
And then we cut the cord ourselves. And
last time Esme actually cut the cord.
I think she started to and then got nervous. But I told her she could do it this time.
and the kids are excited about that part. So
last time for the last birth, we had my mom and a friend over. And they were helpful, and then this time I've put no pressure on myself to decide who's coming or anything like that. And even with the kids, I've given them the option to be there if they want to, and then if they don't want to at the last minute, they can always walk to my mom's and they'll be just fine. And then I inspect my placenta myself afterwards, and I can handle all of that, but nothing's rushed. Nothing's like deliver the baby, clamp the cord, cut the cord, whisk the baby off, nothing like that, where it's like that a lot in the hospital. Here it's just very relaxed and calm, and I love it afterwards to just deliver the placenta when I'm ready, don't cut the cord for a long time, snuggle the baby.
Yeah, and then while she's doing all of that and stuff, I'm like skin to skin with the baby. So which is the best part.
But the baby stays with me for a good hour at least, has their first feed, and then Papa's next, skin to skin, then the kids. I know my kids are going to be like, can I hold her? As soon as she comes out. So here's a couple fun things for the baby right afterwards. We have hats, little hats to put on her, and a thermometer. We do all the newborn checkup type things ourselves, and then take her to a holistic doctor when I'm ready to leave the house in a couple of days. We've got all the cute little blankets to keep her warm and dry. And then for me, I don't plan on a whole lot of emergency, but the biggest emergencies that happen, or the most common with a mom, is hemorrhage, which is bleeding too much. That's the only one I prepare for, so that's all I'm worried about. I'm not even worried about it, because I'm very low risk. I've never bled too much after birth. Yeah, so I'm just making sure I'm prepared now, and I'm healthy and strong, and that makes a big difference for afterwards. And so, but then I'm a big believer in herbs. I think God made us so many medicines to use that are natural, so I have a lot on hand, little blends of herbs that John can put under my tongue if I'm bleeding a little too much, or if I'm going into shock, or a lot of different things. Yeah, and that's really it.
The most important part, Tylenol.
Doesn't do much, but yeah.
That's for me.
Diapers for mama. And then a lot of people wonder, so I'll just go over it quickly. How do you get a birth certificate? Is it even legal to do that? How do you prove that you had a baby? So it's super easy in Utah. We're so blessed. It's more common than you would think that people do this.
If they ask, give me a proof, that you give birth, like, just go to our Half Asian Adventure on YouTube.
But I have a whole packet of paperwork, things to fill out about my health, about family history health, all the things that you would do in the hospital. And then you record the time of birth, the name you want on the birth certificate, and their weight and height.
Yep.
It is so easy. I'm so grateful for where we live that we have the freedom to do this. And yeah, we're just praying everything goes well and preparing as if it will. And if it doesn't, that's okay. We will.
Yeah, like I said, we have like 3 neighbors here on standby that are nurses, and
I don't think they want to be involved.
I know he doesn't.
We are the weird ones in our group of friends. We don't know anyone in person that lives the way we do, but that is okay.
Yeah.
And so no judgment for how anybody chooses to do things.
Yep. Anyways, if you have any questions about, you know, about the home birth and stuff, yeah, leave a comment down below.
Well, we're really excited, and we are excited to share the experience with you. So subscribe, check out our shirts that we sell down below, and follow us on Instagram for more updates. And we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!